much needed coffee. So, thanks for clicking on my video. It's been about 3 weeks since I've had this guitar, and it's due for a review because that's what I said I was going to do, and this is the first review of my channel, which is Guitars on a Budget. Yeah, this is the Harley Benton R-457 MN. I've got it written down over there because I can't remember it. And yeah, it's £133 on the Thomann website, and it's €154 if you're in Europe. It's an amazing guitar for that sort of money. I don't know how they managed to cram so much into this guitar for such little money. I mean, I know they're raking it in because Harley Benton's it's becoming a big thing, a big name now. So this is just like the tip of the iceberg. It's like one of their budget 7-strings, and well, it is their budget 7-string, but it's amazing. I was like speechless when I first opened it, and it was on the previous video. I couldn't believe how good, just the feel of it. I hadn't even played it at that point. Just the feel of it and the look of it, and you know, I've owned and played some very expensive high-end guitars, and they feel kind of exactly the same. But you're paying like £500–700 for a guitar that is great and it looks beautiful, but where's the money? You know, it's at the end of the day, it's just a piece of wood with strings and metal in it. That is all the guitar is made of. And that's a horrible view to say about guitars, but that's really all they are. So there's, you know, that's another video for another day. But anyway, let's get away from that. So this is their cheapest 7-string, and it's epic. I've tried to find fault with this guitar as I've been playing it, and I cannot fault it at all. There's nothing wrong with this at all. There's a few like on the edges up here. They're a little bit rough, but yeah, like that there's no bleeding of the paint into the wood. It's all like the neck's nicely beveled on the edges, which you only get on high-end guitars. They've gone to the time and the effort to make this into something quite special for £133. And yeah, I'm just astonished at how good this thing is and how it sounds as well. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'll go through some of the specs. It's a Basswood body, so it's quite light. It's not too light, but it's a nice weight. It's not like this isn't going to destroy your back on stage. It's got a maple neck and a maple cap on the neck as well, a maple fretboard. It's got a scarf joint at the back there, don't you can see that? It's just so cool. You know, like the guitars I've got and I've played, I've never had this kind of access without being hampered in some way. And there's a cutaway here, which I really like, and there's one at the front as well. But the access, I don't usually play up here, but it's making me want to play up here, like, and do some like kind of quicker lead stuff, which I'm not really into. So, you know, well done Harley Benton once again. It's crazy. Yeah, so 7 strings, obviously. It comes with, I've got it all written down here, it's got 24 medium jumbo frets. They're kind of medium. I'd say they're very close to a standard jumbo size, because I don't know, it's somewhere in between. It's got high gain pickups in their write-up on the website. I don't really get that, because they could be classed as high gain, but they're not. They're not like EMGs or anything like that. They're pretty standard sounding pickups to me. I mean, if I put it through ohms meter or something like that, then it would come up with something different, I'm guessing. But they sound pretty good. They're really good, and there's a lot of people saying they're quite muddy and there's like, you know, not much tone to it, but I totally disagree with that. It's, unless I've got one that's got some different pickups in it, I don't know, but they sound really good. And it's got a something called a DLX bridge, and I don't know what that is. The only thing I could say is it stands for deluxe, but I've tried to research it and there's no DLX out there, so I don't know what DLX is. Another thing is the switch on this. A lot of people have complained about some Harley Bentons, their switches being a bit iffy and a bit wobbly. This is the nicest switch I think you can get for a guitar this cheap. You know, it's like, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. It's crisp and it's like clunk, clunk, clunk. It's nice. Anyway, it's enough on the switch. It's got a plastic nut, which, again, it does its job. I mean, I would like to change that, and I probably will change it and swap it for Tusk or Graphtec, something like that, because I know them and I like them, and they're not too expensive, which is good. But yeah, there you go, really. I mean, it's such a great guitar. What more can you say? I mean, it sounds good, it plays good. Even the strings that it comes with, they're not Diodarios because they're all one colour on the ends, but whatever the strings from the factory, these are the original strings, and they don't go out of tune, and it's just lovely to play. And it sound like some of the sounds you get out of this is just, I mean, I'll give you a quick, I mean, you've heard a demo of what you can do through recording it properly. This is just through the phone's camera, so. I'll do better than that. Hey. Well, you get it. And also, just to explain through the different, so if I that's bridge is quite heavy, attacky kind of sounding. This is both. You get the idea. Unfortunately, I can't find the foot switch for my amplifier, so I can't go from clean to gainy. So you get the idea. So yeah, there we go. I'll finish up now. I mean, there's not much more I can say. You need to, you know, I don't want to, on this channel, I don't want to encourage people for buying stuff. I don't want to say, go buy this, go do that, because you can obviously make up your own minds and your own decisions. and this is literally a bit of guidance to say, get yourself one of these. They're really good. I mean, you know, it's hard for me to say, but if you want a 7-string and you're into 7-string guitars, or you want to dabble with a 7-string, then you cannot go wrong with this. This is my second 7-string I've had. I had a really cheapy one, really cheapy one, second hand, and it was okay. It was all right. But this is more than all right. This is something quite amazing. So go and get one, or don't go and get one, but I highly recommend one. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video on guitar on a budget. Thank you very much.